Hey, Venetia's cutesy squad. So I want to tell you a story, right? This story will be happen in middle school, right? So it was me and my sister, right? And at the time, I guess my mom believed in black magic or something like that, right? So we didn't know nothing about that, right? So she always was paranoid, like someone was gonna try to do something to her or something like that, right? She always believed in the paranoia, black magic, and all these things what kids shouldn't be remembering or something like that, right? Or knowing what she's talking about, right? So she's thinking that someone's out to get her or stuff like that. I don't know, right? So that time we had a restaurant, right? It was like a Jamaican restaurant. Why was it a Jamaican restaurant? Because I told you guys my mom is Jamaican, right? She always wanted a restaurant. So we, as kids, was helping her clean, chop up the chicken, and go on errands for her, right? Errands mean to go to places that she can't go to because she's at the restaurant trying to prepare the food, right? So at the time we was coming back from a store. It was right next to the restaurant, right? So it was me and my sister, me and my older sister, right? So we saw like two frogs inside, like not like the sink or anything, but it's the back. It's like it's almost like a sink because it have like a faucet and have like a big thing there, so we can like wash out the mops or the brooms when we done wiping the floor, right? So the mop was inside that big what's it called? The sink, right? The sink is outside. Just remember that. So my mom, we gave her chicken which she's supposed to be cutting up and stuff like that. So the mop was inside the sink outside, right? And it was two frogs, right? So actually my sister thought that how about to like try to get the frogs out of there, right? Her method of trying to get the frogs out of there was pretty stupid and horrible, you know. I just follow along because I'm the younger one, you know. And so we try to take the frogs out of the our little sink outside, right? We moved the mop and stuff like that. At this point, I bet y'all gonna say, y'all are such evil little kids, you know, or evil little girls for doing this, right? So my sister, apparently the frogs didn't want to jump out of the sink, right? So she got a stick and start hitting them, try to like move the frogs out of the sink, right? I know it's not funny because of the situation that happened, right? We was like in our teens, like 12 to 14-year-old, right? I know that most have like more sense to hurt no animals or anything like that, right? So my sister started to hit the frogs, and as she hitting the frogs, I thought it was fun. I'm thinking we was like 12 to 13-year-old, right? So she hitting the frogs, and I thought that was fun, you know. So I got a stick and start hitting the frogs too. So apparently they died into our sink. We didn't want to pick it up because it was nasty, right? So we left it in the sink outside. But to my sister, she thought it would be funny if she turned them on their back, right? So she turned them on the back, on the frog's back. So now the belly is like upward, right? And apparently that wait, before we did the little hitting it the frog or anything, we already put away the chicken, so we didn't have nothing in our hands. So my mom's in the kitchen cutting up the chicken for the next day, right? Apparently she went outside to go get the mop. Then she saw the two frogs laying on his back, right? She thought it was like a sign that someone's trying to hurt her with black magic or something like that, because she's like, I never saw two frogs laying on their belly. Which we didn't tell her that we beat the frogs until it died, you know, and we just turned them on the belly. But we didn't want to get a whooping, so we just left it at that, you know. But then after a while, the frog started to stink up the sink outside. So I don't know how she moved the frogs. I don't know because I was not there when she moved them, you know. Apparently she threw them in the trash. But to me, that shit was funny. It was not funny that the situation that the two frogs died. It was the funny part that my mom thought people was trying to get her because of black magic or something like that, and they killed two frogs and put in her behind the sink outside. So she thinks it's a sign that someone did that, and that's how it happened. So mother was very scared. To us, it was funny, you know, because she thought that someone actually planted those two frogs there. We not telling her that we did that, you know. I don't think she even thought that was funny. What happened?